Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in a cockpit of a TIE fighter. And this thing is slowly making its way along some invisible rails to where it needs to get fueled. Let's just come up out of here. Still aligned to it? Can we please be aligned? Thank you. Rather not get left behind, you know? So this thing is slowly moving along some invisible rails. It's going to latch up to there, and when it does, we'll continue our little tour. Alright, here we are, locked in place. The TIE fighter is theoretically getting refueled, and the wings themselves fit snugly into this cradle. Across the top of this we have this catwalk. There are fuel lines leading down into each TIE fighter, and they all lead over into this area, so I suppose I'll probably have to add some sort of fuel container over that way. I haven't put a whole lot of gravity into this, so we're going to do a float tour. Down these stairs is going to be where we have our shipyard for this particular station. So this is the future shipyard. Totally borrowing Top Ace's idea with the angled window, so it gives you a nice view of the ship inside. Down here is, of course, the hangar bay itself. So inside the main hangar here, you're not really encouraged to walk around. That's why there is that catwalk across the top. But there are some safe areas sort of marked out in the caution tape. And over here, I've put a lot of cargo in there. They're supposed to be used for cargo, I suppose. Cargo and human. Just simple blue and red boxes. I just wanted to see how they looked. I can change out the materials and make them look more interesting if I want to. But let's continue on into the rest of this base so far. I really kind of like this room, though I think that I'm going to remove this bit of black here, this corner of the room, like the corner ceiling area, and that area as well. And the reason is I'd like to just glass it all in, so nice open sky. And that way it sort of feels like an evening on a planet. Just having this glassed in area here. There's no plants or anything because so far those don't render very well behind glass. Oh, there is water actually in there, and that's below the water. There you can see the water. There you go. At certain angles you can see that there actually is water in here, but below that we've added the asteroid in order to emphasize the water ripples. So look at that. It's very nice. There are tunnels that lead out this way and also that way, and they basically circle the entire central base. And we are going to go into this area here. Now, there's going to be a series of doors. This is vault door number 3. There's going to be another door in here, and then the first door is going to be out here. And the reason why is because we keep something very dangerous in this room. But it shouldn't be too dangerous for us right now. There we go. It's not awake. It blinks, but it is not animated in any other way. There's the brain. That's the Jacemachine entity right there, that brain. And then it is hooked up to the face, and it is able to talk to the face, and it is able to imbue its different shells, such as the one that I'm inside right now. This shell here contains the entity and intelligence that's inside that brain. Alright, so this thing is built directly below a sun. Take a look at the map here. Right there, and above it we got a sun, so it is optimal placement for light. We've got great light all around. And for those of you who record Having good light on the face of your character at all times is kind of important, so this is not a bad situation if you want to build a base and you're doing recording of StarMade like I do. You just have kind of some cool shadows there. Anyway, continue the tour. Don't stare into those eyes. Those are infrared, and they will actually download consciousness into you if you're an android, thus taking over your body and making you one of the Jacemachine collective. There's going to be something down here. There's nothing right now, but just know that on both sides I have plans. We're going to continue our way down here. Yes, there's lava below here, and there's more to see. I textured the walls here based on a design that I saw when I was upgrading my video card settings the other day, basically something on the AMD page. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna totally steal that for StarMade. So yeah, we got this big brain. The brain is sitting in a metal dish. It's hooked up to wires and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it leads down, takes energy from the lava that's down here. All these tubes and pipes. And I got TVs high up there so I can broadcast propaganda to myself. And then there's this mysterious doorway here. Let's see if we can go inside this door. Hey, door! Open up! There we go. And a little elevator should arrive. Heh. Alright, all aboard. Alright, so this elevator then is going to lead up into a skull that I have set up behind that holographic head. There was a skull behind the old one that I used, but that one was flat. This one's actually three-dimensional, and I have a chair inside. It's kind of dark in here. For that, I apologize. I guess I could put on a flashlight. So I don't know why I keep playing without my HUD on. I was looking through my previous episodes. I don't play with my HUD on too often, and it's mostly because I guess I'm trying to keep the screen clear for recording, but it doesn't help all that much. We have the winking happening here. We can turn the face off, actually, right up here. I'll turn that guy off. That's going to also shut off the winking as well. And we can go down there in a second. Check that out. In fact, come on. Are you not shutting off? Are you now broken also? Alright, so the blinking should... Yep, the blinking is working. Let's see if we can turn this face off. I don't know what's going on. Either there's a new glitch or I'm just inept. It's possible that it's either, I suppose. Alright, so the blinking should stop. And let's go out here. Take a look at the face below. Why are you not stopping blinking? You gonna blink? Blink, you bastard! I dare you, blink! Alright, cool. It is now working. Yeah, so that button up there will activate this machinery here, keeps the eyes blinking. And I have this posh interior that I can sit in. So there you go. This is yeah, my big robot skull with the scary teeth. The jaws and the pipes and the lava. Oh man, I gotta do something about that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, some time has passed. Took a few days off between this and the last recording, and as you can see, we have growth. We have added growth. So let's take a look at what we've got going on here. So we've added a TIE bomber hangar, And the TIE bomber hangar can only fit 2 of those things comfortably, so we've had to make adjustments. But I've made good use of the tops and put shuttle hangars for my Imperial, well, not hangars, landing pads for my Imperial shuttles. And then we've added 4 towers around the central portion. And I just realized that the little spinny thing underneath has stopped. We'll get that started. But we got these towers on the side. I think we're going to put turrets and things upon them. And then over here we have another landing pad. And this one has the Imperial Zeta shuttle. And then this is the completed, well, I don't know, maybe not completed. I think I want to add more length to this. But this is the shipyard. Alright, so we have this shuttle set up to be able to be docked, even with its landing gear in place. And a lot of times we used to use bottom dockers and all that, but we don't, not when we're using landing gear. And you could either use a pickup rail, like Sven suggested to me the other day in chat, or you can just set up like a fuel hose arrangement like I've done here. Fuel hole arrangement? I don't know. Using a rail, basically I just set it up with some grates and some pipes and make it look like, you know, like some sort of nozzle. And then snaked out some piping. And I went online, did some research, found a jet fuel gas pump that I liked. And this is pretty much my recreation of it. I think it's pretty cool. Got the same ones over here. Pretty much it's just a copy-paste job, and I did it for this side as well. And these are specifically set up to house a specific type of ship. I really, really like the way these shuttles came out. They're not complete, as everything I build is generally 90% complete. I don't know why I do that, but I think I need to adjust the top here. I think it's supposed to have a similar shape as this, maybe? I'm gonna have to go and re-look at my my reference material. Alright, so from right to left, we got a Lambda class, and then we have what is known as the Sentinel class, and over there is the Zeta class. And I'm really pleased with how they turned out. I'm really glad they all work. At least they intend to. The Sentinel class isn't quite finished. Again, nothing I ever really do gets quite finished for some reason. But, take a little quick look in here. I don't know if I've really showed this off in video before. But this is a troop carrier. We've got a speeder bike right here. I was trying to be creative and use those lights to make that little front part, and then it just docks at the front of it. I don't know. It came out alright. Kind of goofy. And then we have the doors on the sides that drop down on both sides. And then to get up into the cockpit compartment, you go up here. There's an entrance above here that I've put in. And then you go into the cockpit, of course, through here. And then this control seat actually handles a lot of actual stuff, like the ramps and lights and things like that. I don't remember what some of these buttons do, other than the ones that I've clearly labeled. But this here, the light, the green light indicates that the landing gear is down. And if that yellow light is on, it means that the wings are, like, down as well. I think that's how it goes. Now, on this side of the station, I could either cap it off and make a window, which would really look kind of cool. And maybe I will, just for symmetry's sake. I don't really know. What am I talking about? It would be for asymmetry's sake. Because we got a shipyard on this side, and if I wanted to make it symmetrical, obviously I'd do the same on there. And maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll figure it out. So this lower set of halls ties in and goes directly into the face chamber. But the top set of halls, actually, this one here, does not connect to that lower chamber. And the only way that you can get into the lower section is through that chamber. So basically half the base is designed to be accessed by one way, and the other portion is completely going to be locked off. Even the bottom portions of these towers, the floors are going to be split. So, I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm not really sure. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but That's part of the creative process. A lot of these ideas might end up getting changed completely. I got some interesting nozzles here. These are going to be for the fuel lines, basically. These fuel lines that go into the TIE fighters and on the other side the TIE bombers. So these are going to be hooked up to something that's going to be taking up this negative space in here. Probably canisters of some sort. And then these guys over here, this is coffee delivery. I have one on the other side too. Here you can see the level of the coffee. In this case, we're using dirt to represent coffee grounds. Or not coffee grounds, coffee beans. So the premise of this is that the coffee would be delivered via this hatch. And then they would pour the coffee bags into there, and it would fill up the chamber beyond. Like thusly. And then we go into here. And this is the main chamber once again. So these guys on both sides of the room are coffee makers. Giant coffee makers. These we got the pile of the coffee beans here, and then they get ground and then run with water. We're gonna have to add some sort of water tanks here, and the mixture then gets poured into here, which is then piped full of hot water, or maybe it's steam cooked or something. I don't know. It's just that's that. So we got them on both sides, and then we got these little scoops up here, which obviously aren't scoops, but they kind of look like scoops, so I think I did an alright job. And we have just a little arrangement so it looks like these guys can go across to either side. I don't know what I was thinking when I came up with that, but I'm sticking with it, right? So in the last portion of this episode, we were looking down through at the lava from underneath, but let's take a look. There's actually a lot of detail that I've been putting in down here. But this is where it's pulling the lava up into the machine for energy or whatever. And then we got these types of lava scoops dug in here as well. I really like how this little rampway came out. I've been using girders a lot more in my my build style, so I've kind of incorporated them and everything, but I wanted to make it look like it was actually a movable machine itself. Like maybe this part's just like broken. You know how Jacemachine tech is. It's not very reliable. And here we have placeholders for doors. Basically, I need to expand the exteriors here, so I wanted to know where the door is going to be. And I might end up doing something like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 gag. Maybe. We'll see. It depends on how much effort and how much trouble I have doing it. I think it probably could be done easily. And then this room, I don't like the way it looks from out here, basically. Even if it was glassed off. I don't know. We'll think about that. But there is a lot of progress being done on this thing, and I'm pretty happy with it overall. I think it's pretty cool looking. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry if it was a little bit choppy in the editing, but it has been a while since I've been consistently YouTubing, and I'm trying to get back in the saddle. And my thought processes while playing the game, not quite where I need them to be. It's a little bit of a challenge when you're not used to it, right? The process of talking while playing a game at the same time, and if you're not used to it, you can end up fumbling all sorts of stuff, and it's one of the hindrances I had when I first started YouTubing 3 years ago. But it's also something that you just got to ignore, and you just got to push through it. So I'm going to ignore it, if you will, and I'm pushing through it. Hopefully I'll be doing more videos here in the near future. My personal schedule is opened up to allow me to do that, so we are going to see about having some great new content and try to play some other games as well. I know a lot of you guys are just here for StarMade. I encourage you, by all means, check out some of my other content. I try my best to make them entertaining and edit them, so even if you don't play a game, perhaps you'll still enjoy watching me play another game, and perhaps you'll find a new game that you're interested in playing. So with that being said, guys, I love you all. What's the verdict? Let me know in the comments section below. And I hope to see you guys next time. You see, You see those mistakes? Anyway, I'll talk to you later.